Hey, welcome back to turn 2. Still don't have a name. What are we expecting in this turn? Well, we might start to get some contact. The plan is just about moving to those initial positions. So we've got the scout platoon moving up to below point 404. We've got the left-hand platoon, there we are, and strong hussar and a Stuart moving off to the left to cover off this reverse slope. And then over here we've got Ziosicio's platoon moving up along with Marshal Ney, who had a bit of a pathfinding, god, hissy fit. Oh dear. Coming up as he's trying to come up here to get eyes on this side of the slope. Meanwhile, over on the right hand objective, 388, we've got Donga and Renier, who are in position just about. And then of course we've got Sierra's platoon pushing this direction to get into the dead ground over here. So yeah, again, I kind of want to defend this area here, lure double onto the point in the center, and then mortar the snot out of it, and then over here, trying to exploit this bowl. So this is really good defensive terrain because I can work the crossfire. Of course, we are playing. It is a mirror game, so we're playing the same thing from the opposite side. So. In my game, at about this point, on this turn, Double turned up on here with some heavy machine guns and is moving heavy machine guns and a mortar around up here. So he's obviously read the terrain in a, looks like in a similar way to me, which could bode poorly. I just had a thought, is it possible to get a Marder up? Maybe, but it can't. I think it would have to either blow a hole in the wall, or maybe have to come up the long way around and be exposed. So a Stuart can take a Marder, but it's kind of like instant death for everybody. The whoever gets the first shot on target will win. So let's get back onto the wide camera. Let's see what we get here. That seems good enough. Let's go. What horrible things are about to happen? Now, a good sign is that I'm not hearing anything on the far side. I'm not hearing any engine noise. I'm not getting any spotting contacts. That's good news. Maybe. Definitely in my game I can hear that Double has a Stuart or something down here which is moving up the road. And I can hear that from the other side. So in theory I should be able to hear anything that Double has going on. In theory. And yeah, quiet turn. But looks like we're getting into position. Ney is set up. We've got Mortimer. There we have one of the 60 mils under Don setting up to cover off this angle. We've got Sten and Jastrzębski up here, who are, it's as much important to get that kind of recce screen out as well. Because I don't know what's going on right now, and that's bad. I want to know what's going on. But, you know, we'll find out one way or the other. Yeah, so nothing overly exciting happening there. Let's get over here. Let's break down this squad and spread them out a bit. So we got the squad leader who has a Thompson. Let's get him up here where he can cover off that little bit of slope there. 50 meters with a Thompson, and he's got a little bit of, he's hiding in the rocks with a bit of, if they go prone here, there's a little ledge, so they should be okay if they come in the fire, and of course they'll be getting backup from these guys back here. And oh, these guys have a BAR. Oh, that's what I was going to mention. So I went and looked up the Forgotten Weapons video for the other French machine gun, the FN-24-29, because I honestly didn't know anything about it, and well, do I really need an excuse to go watch Ian McCullen talk about guns? No, not really. But it does use 7.5mm, which I was quite surprised about. So that's a supply issue. Where have I got another squad somewhere? Yeah, so we've only got 250 rounds of 7.5mm. Where's my gunner? Oh, conveniently standing up. That's useful. He's only got 250 rounds. It's a 25 round magazine on top. So he's got 10 magazines for it. That's not a tremendous amount of ammo. So we'll see. Especially compared to like the sheer volume of ammunition that the riflemen have, which is like 17 and a half 100 rounds, 1750. So yeah, could be interesting. And then you have the other problem. We sort of had it. The British Army kind of had it at one point with the LSW, the L86, which is, so how are you supposed to put effective suppressive fire down with a 30-round magazine? Somewhat similar with the Bren, but at least I guess the Bren and the FN 24-29 here, FM 24-29. Screw you, Fabrique Nationale. Has the top mag. So let's find another one. They've got a BAR. It's this weird French mix of American and original French equipment. With the top mag like this on the Bren, when you have your number 2 who's helping you run the gun, he's the one who reloads it for you. So you stay on target, and then when it clicks empty, the number 2, there's a little switch here, removes the magazine and reloads it, and that way you can actually keep up quite a fast rate of fire, which the L86, the LSW, it's a bullpup, so the magazine is like back here, and it's very difficult to do a quick reload, and you definitely can't stay on target, because you have to raise the weapon to the side or upwards to actually get at the magazine well. So yeah. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, let's feed some more stuff in here. We're not seeing anything over here right now, and I think we're pretty well sorted. So let's get a light mortar up. So these guys have a bit more punch if we're going to be looking over that way. And we'll leave Baguette there for the moment. Let's reorient you a little bit, get you looking down that way. Okay, what else? Let's just double check that Mortimer here can actually see. Yes, yes you can. And Don with this 60mm, can they actually see? Yes, yes they can. And then we have Natole with that platoon's scout element. Let's just kind of crawl them up here. The scouts have got some binoculars at least, so hopefully, and these guys have the scoped Springfield, hopefully they might be able to spot something. And then we've got the let's bring Nathan gun up a little bit, maybe. Cover off that bit of crest. And Jürgen, I'm never going to be able to pronounce that name. Von Schaller up there, yeah, they're doing okay. One thing that is slightly concerning me is that I was thinking about this after I sent the turn back, of course, but I'm naturally gravitating towards sticking my men behind these walls, but that's quite obvious, and obvious is unhealthy. I don't think it's going to be a massive issue. Because of the there's no TRPs, and it would be quite difficult for Double to mortar anything from there. But you know, it's something perhaps a little more concerning than I was thinking about when I actually did set them up. But apart from that, we're kind of looking like we're okay here. We're moving into position. This could turn out to be a very different battle than the mirror game. The mirror game, there's already blood on the ground, blood on the snow. I can't use that title. I've already used that. So yeah, there's already been casualties on both sides on turn 2. Here, maybe Double's having a different approach. Maybe we're having the same approach, I just can't see him. So yeah, we'll see. Early days yet. It's going to be difficult to really really tell until we get some contact. So we'll see.